Hey everybody, Aaron Blaze here, and welcome to a special little live stream. We're doing one outside of our normal schedule. I've got some friends over at Olo Markers. These are Olo Markers right here. They're very, very cool markers, and I've been wanting to promote them for a while, and so we've got so much stuff backing up. We decided just to go ahead and do an extra live stream to show you guys. I want to do a demonstration. I did one a while back, and I want to do another one because they've got some pre-order things going on over on their website, over at olomarker.com. If you go over there, they've got some pre-order prices happening right now. They're just about ready to go out. So if you want to save a whole bunch of money, go on over to olomarker.com and just explore the site, because there's a lot of things that make these markers really special. First of all, they come apart. And what's really neat is you can mix and match them. So you can have different colors on each end.
Time?
What's that?
Do that one more time.
Oh, sorry. They come apart, and you can mix and match them. And they have chisel brushes. They have the brush end brushes. You can mix and match those. It's really, really cool. Plus they have extra large barrels, so they don't run out of ink as fast. And the color is awesome. As you guys know, I do a lot of watercolor. I do a lot of traditional media. Marker, I haven't used a lot of, and I just never did. And it wasn't until I met John Darland, who owns Olo Marker and has been promoting them. We went to Africa together, and he brought some markers with him. And I tried them out, and I really fell in love with them. And so I've been using them. I've got a full set here, and I really like them. And so I thought today it would be kind of fun to sit and I would do a little demo. And I've got some reference here of a leopard. There we go. Can you go to the down shooter, Dustin?
Yes, 1 second.
All right. There's the down shooter. And Dustin photographed this leopard in Kenya back in October. What's that?
Is that one of my shots?
Yeah, that's one of your shots.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I zoomed in.
You
on
only
it.
took about 50,000.
Yeah.
So
Like 35, but close enough.
But I've got this shot, and I thought it would be fun to try to do this in marker. I'm also, hopefully, if it comes out well, if the image comes out well, this image will be part of our auction that we're going to be doing on Thursday. We're going to be starting the auction on Thursday. I've got a whole bunch of artwork that we're going to be putting up for sale. And two of the pieces of art are going to be Olo Marker pieces. That is, if this one makes it in. I've already got one other one. Matter of fact, let me go grab that. I'm going to grab that image really quick. Sorry, I just kind of thought it might be kind of fun to...
all
to show
right,
that.
and I'm here. I'm V. I'm here today. I'm here sometimes.
Yes, Vedanta's here.
But not often. Let's see.
Vedanta is here. Vedanta's in the house.
We're starting to get comments from YouTube.
Sorry, I'm having
How's
to dig
Facebook
through all
looking?
my stuff here.
Facebook is looking good, and
There it is.
I'm feeling a
I find it.
A little better.
I find it.
A little sick still.
Don't worry, I found it.
Found it.
Found it.
Found it.
Found it. Found
It was
it.
in my flat
So
file.
where can they get those markers again?
Go to Olo Marker. Dustin, show the slide.
Yes.
Here's the slide.
Ooh.
olomarker.com. And this is one that I did a few months ago using the Olo markers. I'm still learning. You know, I'm by no means a marker expert, but I really love using them. And what's great about these markers is I can apply my color theory knowledge and all that kind of stuff, and it works great, putting the cools into the shadows and overlaying color and all kinds of great stuff. I'm not the best at, getting the kind of the modeling to go away yet. I'm not great at doing smooth markers yet, but I'm getting there. And so you guys get to see me struggle with it as much as anybody else. But this is one of my early ones that I did with the Olo markers, and I fell in love with it so much I wanted to do it more. And so this is actually going to be part of our auction, this image. So I'm going to be doing this image, and this is on the same paper too. This paper that I'm using, it's from Cottonwood Arts. Oh, there we go. Cottonwood Arts. It's laminated cold press watercolor paper. So it's actually, if you look at this, I don't know if you can see it. It's this is laminated on board, so it's actually paper laminated onto board, and it's got a backing on it, so it's stiff. It's like a board.
So you can frame it better or something.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just a better support for doing. It's a better support for doing. Like if you want to do watercolor on this, because it's already mounted on board, it won't warp. You don't have to tape it down.
Awesome.
I've got to drink my my LaCroix lemon naturally essenced soda water.
Yeah, I'm about to open up my Mountain Dew Code Red.
Nice.
These are not paid advertisements, but if they want to send us a bunch of Mountain Dew Code Red and LaCroix Lemon, please. Please.
Feel the burn.
We'll say that.
All right, so I'm going to get started. And I'm actually just going to draw in marker. I'm not even going to draw in pencil. Let's just dive in. I'm going to risk it all. So
No
I'm going
pen,
to
no pencil, just straight to marker.
straight into marker. Well, I'm going to draw in
That's
marker,
bold.
and I'm going to draw with a very light colored marker, so you may not see it.
Oh dear.
Oh no, you can see it.
The Deadlift earlier says hi from Paris.
Hey, Detlef from Paris. Oh my gosh.
Paris.
Wow, this is
Such a globetrotter. All over the place.
Globetrotter.
A globetrotter. Detlef's everywhere. He's always everywhere. Don't know how he does it.
Martin Berger says hi. Erica Bay says hi.
all right. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Longtime fans, probably some.
Emma Judson from Facebook is asking, is that brush tip soft like Copic or hard?
No, soft. I'm using the brush tip.
Brush tip.
I am using the brush tip.
Brush tip.
Yeah. So the one thing about drawing cats, one of the things that makes one of the traits they have is just that angle on the head. The top of the head is at a different angle than the snout. Usually dogs have the same angle on their head as, the top of the head here and the snout are two different angles, see? Dogs are different. Dogs, the angle matches up.
Is there someone's asking about the Loomis method? From
Yeah.
the side, front, and 3/4? What is that?
It's a way of constructing figure drawing and portraits and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. You got a lot of people from, a couple people from Colombia, Austria.
Right on. Thanks, everybody. So I'm just laying in kind of the drawing. You can see very lightly. And once again, go check out the markers. What you get for the price is really great.
Are you naturally left-handed?
I am naturally left-handed, yes.
Oh, naturalness.
Naturally alone
Martin Berger asks,
again.
is it already Friday? That week went by fast.
Not
No,
yet,
it's
but we're doing
Wednesday.
it's a special.
Miércoles.
It's a spatial.
Wednesday. Yeah. We're doing a special live just for these markers that are awesome.
Today is a special occasion.
And I draw a little bit too, and I have messed with these just to do my little style, and the color is insane.
Yeah,
and I think the range of colors
Yeah,
that they have, the different variations, are so nice to work with.
they really
I'm all
are.
about I'm all about color, and there's some really great color choices. We've got India, Brazil, Italy, Ciao, St. Cloud,
St. Cloud, Florida?
MN.
Oh, Minnesota.
It's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I know my state abbreviations. Some.
Oh, from Facebook, someone says hello from Israel.
Hello, hello.
Dr. Flame 11 says, V, you sound exactly like my cousin. It's weirding me out. Ireland, Italy, Brazil.
So you can see I'm just going in very, very loosely. Hang on loosely. Don't let it go. See, you always get a little bit of music when we draw.
Huh?
You gotta sing and draw at the same time.
Marianne Gerlach Hobbins from Davenport, Florida asks.
Davenport, that's down by Kissimmee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asks, would it make a difference if you draw in pencil first?
No, it wouldn't really make a difference. The only thing I worry about drawing in pencil first is getting, first of all my pencils that I have available right now are all really soft lead graphite pencils. Or soft graphite pencils, not soft lead. They don't make lead anymore. And so as a result of that, I'm afraid of that graphite kind of coming up and muddling the color. And I don't want that.
I've got Macon Douglas from YouTube. Hey, Aaron, purchased your How to Draw Anatomy course, and finally I found someone who knows how to explain things right. I'm left-handed too. Ha 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 ha. From
So
Brazil.
you found somebody that knows how to explain things right. Well, let me know who they are.
Also, your average consumable item made with grains says,
Boy, that's a long one.
have you ever thought of drawing any dinosaurs such as Tyrannosaurus? I would love to see how you draw paleo-accurate T-Rex. They're actually quite majestic, unlike what they look like in the films.
I would love to. I don't have the paleo knowledge to do it very well. So what I've done here is I've lightly sketched in, and I'm just going to gradually get darker and darker as I draw. And so you can see, here's the reference, there's the sketch, there's the reference, there's the sketch. You guys whispering?
Oh, no. Yeah, it was just technical.
Yeah, we're plotting against the company.
Oh, nice.
Could you show the actual box of markers?
Well, the box. This is not the final packaging.
I know, and I dropped that box. And I
I fixed it.
Okay, I apologize for that.
So I've got a bunch of markers here.
Mrs. Clumsy.
Plus, I've got a bunch of markers. I've picked out all of these markers. These are all warm tone, ochre, earth tone colors that I pulled out before we started the stream. I pulled these out so that I could use them, so I didn't have to search while we're on camera. So I wanted to minimize the amount of searching that I do, although I've got a lot more in here. But these, like I said, this is not the final packaging. I got these markers way in advance, and I've been, practicing with them and testing them out and all that fun stuff.
Guess who just hopped into the stream?
What's that?
Guess who just hopped into the stream?
Manny.
Manny.
All right.
Says, hello, Aaron Blaze.
Hello
Oh,
from...
Manny.
Is he in Utah, or is he in...
He's in Utah.
Yeah.
I thought he was in Boulder, Montana.
There we go. So I'm trying. So Manny's tried these markers as well, and there we go. I'm going to start off with some yeller. I'm going to try. I want to just try going a little looser with this today than what I did in the past. I want to just see what happens.
Can you do a video of how to draw a human skull?
I've got that in my anatomy class.
Oh, in the anatomy class.
Yeah, I've actually got that in my anatomy class.
Holy moly. Jesse J. Jones on Twitch is rating the party with 60 other viewers.
All right.
On Twitch?
On Twitch. And Jesse J. Jones says, hi, Aaron.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to the party.
So this is just kind of a undercoat, I guess. I'm experimenting. Once again, I as I said, I'm not a marker expert, but I love these Olo markers. And so I'm just kind of laying in color to start with. And then I'm just going to gradually, so I'm going to treat the markers the way I treat watercolor. and that is I'm kind of working from light to dark. And the great thing about, fur and big cats and everything, as long as I'm drawing in the right direction and not going too dark too fast, and being careful of my color, the texture that I'm building up is okay. See, this is why I like being super loose with this, the way that I'm doing it.
Dr. Flame 11 wanted to ask, I just graduated from high school and I'm trying to figure out what to do. While I'd love to have drawing as a career, I'm overwhelmed. Where should I start?
Start by drawing. If you want to draw, then you got to draw. And you got to, there's a huge world out there as far as what to do as a career, whether it's animation, graphic design. There's tons of design jobs out there. There's all kinds of things, architecture, all kinds of things that require drawing and art, but also math in some cases. And it just depends on what it is that you want to do.
And Martin Berger's asking, are the Olo markers light fast?
Light fast. I forget what light fast means. Tell me what light fast means. Somebody?
Stingray of Sunshine asks, greeting from Indialantic, Florida? I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, Indialantic.
Oh,
Indialantic.
By the way of New York City, thank you for being so generous with your expertise.
You are welcome.
I'm from Florida. I've never heard of India Atlantic.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I'm not. The East Coast was never. I was always like Sarasota girl back in the day.
Definition of light fast is an adjective of a dye or pigment not prone to discolor when exposed to light.
Oh, yeah. I can't guarantee that. Most inks, especially alcohol-based, if they're exposed to light, they will fade. I don't know if Olo is any different. I have no idea.
But I feel like any traditional art form, you're going to have that issue in painting and drawing. I mean,
yeah, a lot of them
have it
do.
exposed to light, it's going to deteriorate over time.
Yeah.
And Cindy Tinsley from Facebook asks, "Hey, Aaron,
Hey,
is it the nibs you like on those markers?"
I like the nibs. I like the color. I like the amount that you get inside the barrel.
Yeah, because they can last quite a bit, can they?
Yeah.
Do you find that you get more or better work when you draw animals from a zoo or in the wild?
Well, I mean, it's always better to get animals in their natural habitat, which is the wild.
But in the wild, don't you normally just photograph, or do you do some live drawing?
No, I do live drawing as well. Like that's why it's so great to have Dustin there with me nowadays, because Dustin is photographing while I get to draw. Now, it's harder to get close in the wild, and
Don't want to become dinner.
yeah, you just got to be careful. But the wild is always better, because the other thing too about the wild is that animals tend to be in the kind of shape that they should be in, whereas in the zoo, animals, if they're not exercised in the right way, can get really kind of fat and out of shape. Sort of like us sitting in our homes.
But you can learn a lot from drawing, because not everybody can see them in the wild. But going to zoos, you can.
No, well, yeah. So I'm not dissing on the zoos. Zoos are a great substitute if you can't get out into the wild. And obviously, most of the time we can't. I draw at zoos whenever I can. And so, but I also draw in the wild anytime whenever I can as well. And photograph. So once again, I'm doing this with a much looser approach this time. And it's what I see on the screen here on my monitor, it's a little duller than what I see in real life. The color that I'm seeing is more vivid.
And Nick Birch added, they are alcohol markers, so they will fade over time if
Yes.
you leave them in direct light.
Yes.
Absolutely. Benata Aya, I'm 14 years old, grade 9. I love to draw animals and everything, so I am always drawn to fantasy animals. So my father will buy a Wacom tablet because I love art. I love art.
Ah, that's great.
Sounds like a young person. 14.
Man, when I was your age, the things I would have loved to have had a Wacom.
If only, right?
Yeah.
Sarah Ferrari from Facebook asks.
Sarah Ferrari.
Sarah Ferrari.
What a great name.
Yeah. Sounds fast. But have you tried Copic or other markers to compare Olo to?
Yes. Yes, I've got a lot of Copic markers actually. And the reason I like Olo better is first of all, the mix and match ability, and the amount that you get in the barrel. There's so much.
Nathali on YouTube says, I saw a video of you drawing a wolf, which is when I subscribed to your channel. How could you, however, could you do a few more wolf videos? They're my favorite animal. Now, don't you have a whole course on wolves?
I have a whole course on how to draw wolves, coyotes, and foxes over at creatureartteacher.com.
Creatureartteacher.com.
Is there a sale going on right now?
Yeah, we got the
That's
summer
cool.
sale happening.
The summer sale.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the summer sale is happening over on my website, creatureartteacher.com. And
Creatureartteacher.com. Awesome. Let's see. All right.
From
Is it-
Lieutenant Canony from Twitch asks, any chance to see an art book volume 2 soon?
yeah, it's already in the works. Haha.
Art book
Oh.
volume.
We've also got a few other art books in the works. We're going to be putting together a book of field sketches, my sketchbooks. That one's I'm really excited about because those have a lot of different styles and different experiences in them, and I just think it's really cool to be able to share something like that.
This is a leopard, right?
This is a leopard, not a cheetah
So, or a jaguar.
or a jaguar. Jaguars are North America, or from the Americas, not North America. They're from the Americas. They go from south to North America. A lot of people don't realize we actually have jaguars, very rarely, but we have jaguars. Their range comes all the way up into the United States. They come all the way up into New Mexico and Arizona.
Are they similarly sized and like their head shaped the same or similar?
No, jaguars are lower to the ground. They're heavier actually than leopards on average. They're the America's largest cat. They're very, very strong. If you look at a leopard's head compared to a jaguar's head compared to a leopard's head, a jaguar is much more heavily muscled. Very big muscles attaching to the skull.
And then the other spotted cat, the cheetahs are very slender, correct?
Yes. So I want to get in and get a little bit cooler color. Let's see if I can do it with these. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a little brighter. I'm going to have to go into here we go.
On Friday, you mentioned a subscribers only Discord. Any updates on the topic? And do you know when we can expect invitations to the server?
That, we are still working on it. That's going to be coming out hopefully in the next couple of weeks. And we'll be able to talk more about it then. We actually just had a meeting on it yesterday. And Nick has pretty much got it all set up and ready to go. We just need to kind of sit down and talk about launch and all that kind of stuff. But it's very close. It's really, really cool. I'm not, all this kind of stuff for me is all kind of new. And I'm really excited about it.
Is that for the making of Snow Bear, or is that for something else?
It's going to be Snow Bear. It's going to be other stuff. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. People are going to be able to share their work.
Oh, wow.
They're going to with each other. I mean, we're not always going to be able to critique, but people will be able to share their work with each other.
And maybe help each
we
other
have,
move along.
Yeah, we have different chat rooms for each course. So people can go into, say, the character design room and share their character designs that they did, for the course, and critique each other, and all kinds of really cool stuff.
Jason Pickering says, can you explain anatomy of a jaguar's eye? I don't understand how to connect the rest of the head to the eyes.
Well, it's basically what I'm doing here with the leopard. It's you got to look at how the eye fits inside the skull, first of all. And sorry, hold on. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this gray marker, because I like the gray, but I want to make sure it's this one. That might be too dark. Whoa, too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Back up. Too dark. Too dark. Oh no. Oh, what's this one? There's a gray I like.
Is there certain colors you're looking for this leopard?
Yeah, I'm looking for earth tones and warm colors. I'm working from light to dark, so I'm trying to be very, very methodical in how I choose my colors as I move forward.
And so these don't have a name on the colors, but it's a number?
Yes.
Is that how they, okay,
Yeah.
how you log them, or?
And so what I'm trying to do is get all of the fur texture done first, and then I'll do the spots last. And the spots will really kind of pull it all together. What was the other question? I think I feel like I got sidetracked. Did I miss a question?
No,
somewhere?
I don't think so. How did you ever manage to paint so well? I mean, it's very detailed.
Practice. Lots and lots of practice. Lots of practice.
Which website has your art courses?
CreatureArtTeacher.com. Go to CreatureArtTeacher.com and you'll find all of my courses, along with other instructors as well that we've brought on. These are all friends of mine that I've worked with in the past that I respect a lot and really want them, I really wanted them to be part of the site.
There's a couple of people. Gilu Matt BS. Hello. It's always nice to notice you're live. It makes me happy.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who didn't expect you to be live today.
Yeah, we didn't either, but I thought, it'd be good to kind of, I've been wanting to promote these markers, and I know their pre-order is coming up, the end of it's coming up soon. So if you want to, if you could throw the slide up again, Dustin.
Yes.
If you want to pre-order these markers, then go to olomarker.com and you can really get some good savings there.
They probably have different sets, right? Like,
Oh, they've got lots of different sets. Yeah. And yes, they are, all markers are a little bit more expensive. Copics are really expensive. They are a bit pricier than other art supplies. They're not any more pricey than other markers. But one of the things is I get some people going, "Hey, that's really expensive." And the markers, they cost a little bit, but they go a long way.
And these are professional grade.
Yeah, you get what you pay
artists'
for.
markers.
These are really great markers. So I'm just continuing to work it.
Jonathan Israel says, just want to let you know you're very inspiring.
Oh, thank you very much. So what I'm doing is I'm jumping back and forth between these cool grays, and then I'm going to go back into the warm local colors of the fur that I'm going to put in here.
Do you, let's see. Do you suggest people take human anatomy and animal anatomy courses?
Yes. Absolutely. I do.
Emma on Facebook asks, you can get refill inks for these, right?
Yes,
So once you have them, the refills save a lot of money.
they do. You get refill cartridges.
Yeah, well, the other reason why, they cost, well, I don't know what the exact pricing is on these, but they last a long time.
Yeah, they do.
They last a really long time.
So let me get in here. Here.
So how long has it been since you worked for Disney?
I left Disney in 2010, so it's been 12 years since I've been with Disney. 12 years. I want to make sure I'm getting the right color. I jump back and forth my colors. Just want to make sure I'm... that's an interesting color. That's an interesting cloud formation. Let's go check it out.
Graziella Bartholo says, I just illustrated some elephants and an African buffalo using Aaron's brushes, and it was amazing. Thank you for making them available and affordable.
Ah, you're welcome. Thanks for mentioning that. That's cool.
All the digital brushes are, you got tons of them, don't you?
Yeah.
And they work on
Hundreds.
How many different kinds of formats do they work on?
Oh, they work in
Like
Procreate, Photoshop.
Krita or no?
I think, I'm not sure. I'm assuming they do, as long as they're AVR brushes. I think they are do.
Art of Aaron Blaze summer sale. All courses and lessons are 30% off right now. Do you miss being at Disney?
I miss sometimes I miss, the friends that I worked with. But I don't miss the political, not political. I didn't deal with a lot of political stuff. Just the when you're working at Disney, you especially as a director, you basically have to get in line, and it could take 10 years to get a project done, and of your own, and that I don't miss. I love being able to kind of, obviously my projects are much smaller in scope now, but I love having the freedom that I have now compared to then. And I'm not bad mouthing Disney at all, because I absolutely loved my time there. And I'll never say anything negative about it, because I absolutely loved it. But I do enjoy the freedom that I have now.
Darko says, I don't know if it's not the Darko I think. Hi, Aaron. I'm from Chile. I just want to say thank you all. I love you.
I love you.
Dea2 says, what method do you use to draw a skull? If I want to draw it, do I just put it in front of me?
Yeah.
And draw it?
Just draw it. Draw what you see, man.
And you can turn it in different directions, and drawing what you see.
I've got a skull right behind you, Vedanta. Can you hand it to me?
Yes.
Real quick, from Facebook, do the colors bleed into each other, or does that depend more on paper?
It's a paper.
It's a paper thing.
So I've got a human skull right here. This is not real. It's a cast. But I'll put it here. I ordered this through Bone Clones. So if you're interested in getting a skull and you want to learn from it, I think it was a couple $100. I got this from Bone Clones, and it's an extremely good skull. You can see there, it's a very, very well-made skull, and I've got lots and lots of different bones and skulls and things that I draw from in my studio, and this human skull is really, really great. So I highly recommend it. Bone Clones. Go to their website. They've got all kinds of animals, all kinds of stuff you can get. and once again, you pay for quality. Like I said, this I think was a couple of hundred, several $100s, but it's a great piece of reference and something great to draw from.
Awesome.
Shoot, what marker was I using?
You were using.
Oh,
Got
you're
it. One.
John Collado says Aaron's brush is also working Clip Studio Paint.
Oh, good. Yeah,
All right.
because I've kind of lost track of where they work and where they don't.
And what kind of paper are you currently using again?
I'm using Cottonwood Arts laminated cold press sheets. Go to Cottonwood Arts website. I think they do they have their website labeled on here? Cottonwoodarts.com. Cottonwoodarts.com.
Marie Dream asks, "Hi, do you think some people are more gifted than others when it comes to animation, as in fields, as in other fields? There are those who understand certain mechanics more instinctively and quickly, right?"
I don't know. I mean, it's to me, it's more about practice. And so the more you get in there and practice, the better off you're going to be. Practice always trumps talent. Always.
And
So,
I feel like
there might be some people that are a little bit more naturally affiliated, to take to it a little easier. But once again, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But yeah, once again, practice always trumps talent.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say interest. Like when something really makes you happy, when you really love something,
Yeah.
you want to
Just set
do
it free.
You want to do it all the time, and
Yeah, exactly.
Barnburger thinks it'd be a really fun idea for me to take pictures of all the skulls and make a skull reference pack.
That's an excellent idea, Martin Berger. Martin Berger's always coming up with the good ideas. Now I'm hungry for a burger.
I want some burger.
Martin Burger. Burger.
Burger.
Okay, Homer.
I'm gonna go to Burger King.
Sarah Larson says, "I'm super excited about your creature design course. It's something I always wanted to do but struggle with it currently. Doing your clear expression course, and it's super helpful. Thank you."
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for saying so. It's yeah, the creature design course is it's coming along. I'm kind of jumping around from project to project right now, but we're getting there, and it'll be coming out on the 9th of July.
Is there a Disney movie you wish you worked on?
I wish I would have worked on Zootopia, and I wish I had been able to be around to work on Bambi. I loved Bambi.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu!
Sacre bleu.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm just gonna kind of, sum up. They're wondering if all humans and all animals have the same basic structures.
No, it's not the same basic structure. I think you're asking what I'm going to say. I think it's just rephrasing the question.
Yeah.
We all have the same parts, basically. And it's usually, anything with a backbone, generally, and you can get more specific, all mammals, basically, us mammals have basically all the same parts. We're just constructed and shaped differently. And that's one of the great things that I learned when I started learning about animal anatomy is once you understand that, then you really just have to understand your own anatomy and then just remember how to reshape the different parts to fit the animals that you're trying to draw. And once you understand the physiology of the animals that you're trying to draw, then you can kind of naturally figure out where things are. That's one of the things I'm teaching in my creature design course, because I want you to design creatures not just haphazardly, but also to think about their physiology and their evolution and how they maybe got to where they did in the environment that they did. And so, four-legged animals are built in a certain way, even though they've got the same parts that we have as humans. We evolved, differently because we walk upright. And so from a physiology standpoint, our parts have kind of evolved differently. Our rib cage has changed shape. Our scapulas have moved to the back, to our back rather than the side where, four-legged animals have them. All kinds of different things, but we still have all the same parts. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Absolutely fascinating.
Fascinating, sir.
So studying some type of I don't even know what it would be called, but not. Let's see.
Comparative anatomy?
Yeah, comparative anatomy or the evolution of
Yeah. Yeah, comparative
animals,
anatomy is awesome.
biology. Is that where it's?
One of the greatest, you've probably seen them yourselves if you've looked up comparative anatomy. If you look at a human arm and look at a bat wing, a bird wing, a whale's flipper, all of those have all the same bones, have all the same parts. They're just all completely shaped differently.
Gilo asks, how do you prepare your workspace to start working without getting distracted?
Oh, I still get distracted.
Especially from home,
Yeah, but I've been doing it a long time. So, I still do a certain amount of social media in the morning to get that out of the way. I'm always trying to keep a presence so people know that, hey, there's Aaron Blaze out there. That's just part of what I have to do in order to, to keep you guys aware that we're here and we're creating and creating art and tutorials and stuff. But then, then it comes time to actually sit down and get, courses created and artwork done and all those different things. And so, I treat it more as a business because it is my business. So we have weekly meetings to talk about what we're going to be doing for the week. We schedule things out. We do all kinds of stuff. I try to, and even before I had my business, when I was working for Disney, actually when I was much younger, I wanted to also be a gallery painter, and I kept that going for quite a while. And so I treated it as a job. So when I would, I'd finish my day at Disney, I'd come home at around 7:00, and I'd cook dinner, hang out with my family, my wife, the kids, Austin and Dustin, my son and daughter. We'd play, we'd talk about our day. We do all that kind of stuff, and then they would go to bed, and at 9:00, I would start my painting day. And so at 9:00, I'd have my easels set up, and I would start working on whatever painting it is that I was working on at the time, and I'd work on that until I got tired. Usually that was about 2:00, 1 or 2:00 in the morning. Then I'd go to bed, and then I'd sleep about 5 hours, and I'd get up and start over again. And I did that for years, and was able to keep it going. So it really comes down to as well is how much do you want it? And for me, I think sleep is important, but sleep is a waste of time for me as well. So I want to be, if I'm sleeping, I'm not painting or I'm not drawing. So.
Kat Kravitz says it's absolutely insane to be watching an animation giant live on air from the other side of the world.
I am pretty fat. Thank you. So you can see him slowly building this up, slowly building it up. And I've got these really bright yellows in here. I can't tell if it's really bright what you guys are seeing.
It looks bright.
And I'm starting to add the texture with these darks. I really love kind of just using, rather than trying to get things to blend really smooth like all the kids can do nowadays with their markers. I don't know how they do it. I'm just treating it like a drawing medium, which is what it is, obviously. But I'm just drawing with it, with these markers. And so you can see, here's a guy, I don't have a ton of experience with markers, but if you approach it very methodically, you can get great results. I'm not saying this is great results yet, but we'll see. We'll see when we get
Mikhail
there.
says, I'm having trouble with being specific on what I want to learn. I realize I only have 2 arms and 2 hands, but I want to learn so many things and it slows my progress. Any tips?
Stay focused on one thing at a time. And because I have the same issue. Nick will tell you I drive him crazy because I'll get started on something and then I'll see something else and I'm very much squirrel, squirrel. But stay focused. It's also that kind of ADD will make you more creative in the future too, because you're going to be interested in a lot of different things. You just got to learn how to harness it. You got to discipline yourself to stay focused on the task at hand, and then move on when the time.
Maybe set up if you're not into setting up schedules. Maybe set a schedule for yourself, like on a calendar for daily art or whatever you want to do for a week and do a week straight, and then switch to something else.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways of trying to organize your time by setting schedules and.
Evan Jensen from Facebook asks, do you ever watch really old animation, like when things were simpler? I watched A Boy Named Charlie Brown from 1969 a couple of nights ago. It's so simple and so good. It really inspired me.
Exactly. It's all about story, right? What you need is a good story. That's one of the things that we're trying to do with Snow Bear. Is I want to purposely keep it. For those of you that don't know, I'm doing an animated short. It's 10 minutes long. Matter of fact, if you one of the things we're going to be doing is you're going to be able to watch me do it live. You can watch me every day when I come into my studio. We're going to be setting it up so that people can watch live. If you're a member on our website, we'll be right there, and I'll be working every day, and you can tune in to see what I'm doing. But it's going back to what you were saying. I want to just keep it really simple, keep it about story, and keep the animation very simple as well. And so I'm not really trying to do anything flashy in the production value of it. It is just going to be straight up animation, and that's going to be it.
Willow B loves your lip syncing animations. She just wanted to say that. And what type of sketchbook would you recommend?
I really love Strathmore gray-toned sketchbooks. The Strathmore gray-toned sketchbook. Where? Let me grab one real quick. I've got one right here. So here's my Strathmore gray tone sketchbook. I like it because you can. These are all let me do this. These are sketches I did on location in Yellowstone, drawing wild grizzly bears. There was a mother and 2 cubs, and she was out there. They were up digging out roots and all kinds of stuff, and so these are sketches I did of them digging. This was a wolf that had killed a bison. It was eating. Well, actually, I think the bison was a winter kill, and he was eating the remains.
Yeah, I got a few good photos of that.
More bison, but I like the gray. I like the gray toned paper because you can add this white right here, and it really kind of it gets the drawings to pop, and the quality of the paper is really, really nice. This is a mama black bear. These were really fast sketches in Africa.
Strathmore makes all kinds of sketchbooks, right?
Yeah, they do. And this is gray tone. They also have like a tan tone, different sizes. But these are all just different sketches we did while we were in Africa. And like I said, you can see that white is really, really awesome. Sometimes I don't have time to do much at all. They're just very, very quick little drawings. Other times, I did this sketch from a photo from some of the photos we shot while this is back at camp. I sat at camp, and and did the sketch back at camp. Same with this guy, big fat belly. There's Mama. So lots and lots of sketches. This is all stuff. This is some of this stuff will probably make it into our my sketchbook. So I just got back from Europe. Nick and I got back from a month in Europe, and so these are some of the sketches I did while we were in Europe. This is a big castle up on a hill. This is one of the cathedrals. So I like to just draw whatever. So it's not just animals. I'll draw, architecture, whatever it is we can find. This is at the Natural History Museum. Hey, Martinberger, this was with you. I did these sketches.
Martinberger.
Yeah, I did these sketches with Martinberger. Yeah, this is in Vienna, Austria. There's a shoebill and a secretary bird, a crowned crane, yellow-crowned night heron, a macaw, eider, all kinds of stuff. This is in Bruges, in a little town in Belgium. Beautiful, beautiful town. But anyway, the reason I like this so much is because of that the ability to put that white line down. So Strathmore toned gray paper. What the heck did I do with my... I've got so many markers out now. Doggone it.
Wow.
No, it's not that one.
Without Control Z, you were amazing.
From Twitch, have you been to the Museum of Art in DeLand? Would you recommend visiting it?
The museum.
I it's funny. I've been there. I lived in DeLand for 5 years, and I never went into the Museum of Art. I walked past it so many times. Vedanta and I did, and we never went in it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad that we never went in.
There's also a DeLand. In DeLand, there's an African American museum history.
Yeah, right off of Clara,
A
right?
history museum also, which would be cool to check out if you're checking out museums in DeLand.
So slowly getting darker, slowly getting darker, darker.
What was your favorite cat? Lion, leopard, or cheetah?
I love the social qualities of lions. I love all big cats, obviously. But yeah, there's something about lions that are just really cool.
So much power.
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 I just want to say real quick for the questions of how do I draw from life? How do I draw from life?
You just
Go
do
out
it.
and draw is the best advice.
Yeah.
I think that Aaron would agree. The only way to get better at drawing anything is to just keep drawing it over and over.
Yeah, I think what you're asking is how do I keep from making mistakes? I think that's another, because drawing from life is hard. The only way you get better at drawing from life is doing it.
Repetition.
It's like drawing hands. Drawing hands is hard.
Jade Price from Facebook asks, hi, Aaron.
Hello.
Have you ever been to Oxford? And if you have you ever been to the Pitt Rivers Museum?
No, I've never been to Oxford, and I would love to go. I'm sure we'll make it at some point. We plan on getting back over to England, hopefully in the next year. We actually want to get back to Peckforton Castle, which is where we did our watercolor course a couple of years ago before COVID hit. We had a watercolor workshop, and we rented a castle. It's called Peckforton Castle, just south of Manchester, near Cheshire, and it was awesome.
Olivia Newman from Facebook says, hello.
Olivia Newman, John?
I am a new art teacher for high schoolers and will be teaching graphic design. Chances are the school cannot afford Adobe, Do you have any cheaper or free recommendations that are most similar?
Well, I just started using Krita, which is absolutely free. It's an open source drawing and painting
Absolutely free.
program, and I'm actually going to switch over to it. I mean, I've been a Photoshop guy for 15, almost 20 years, and I'm very stubborn. It takes a lot to get me to try other things, but so many people have been asking me to try Krita, try Krita, try Krita. So I finally tried it, and I fell in love with it. And once again, it's absolutely free, which blows my mind that you can get something of that quality for free. So you might want to check that out.
K Pepper L says, I have so many sketchbooks, but I always feel like I'm messing them up.
That's what they're there for. That's what they're there for. Mess them up.
Yeah, just fill them up. It doesn't matter what's in them. I've got 100 sketchbooks of stick figures.
Yeah,
But
that's what they're there for. Mess them up.
I think, yeah, what you said before, people are afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, don't be
or
afraid of
that
making
their
mistakes.
art is going to be ugly or not good enough. But
If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
yeah. And I mean, even you, Aaron, sometimes you'll be drawing, you're like, nope, and you'll just crumple it up. Nope, nope, I'm going to start over.
Nope,
And you
don't
start
write it.
over.
Failed more than novices have tried.
That's right.
Oh, Andrea K, I just ordered your annual membership.
Right on.
Awesome, thank you.
Nice.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
What pencils and ink were you using on that sketchbook that you showed?
Oh, those were usually it's a brush pen, a Bimoji brush pen, which is what I have right here. This is a Bimoji. It probably goes out of focus, but it's a Bimoji, Bimoji, and it's a brush tip. And then a jelly roll.
You should add a little shopping list thing.
Yeah, we'll probably put a list together
You could-
and put it on our.
You could tag like an
webpage.
Amazon shopping list too of
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
But these are jelly roll 0.08 millimeter pen. And that's the white pen I use.
Paulo de Almeida says, Aaron, what's your opinion? What's your opinion about AI and the impact at the arts, like Mid-Journey?
I don't. Well, I know people are all freaked out about AI doing art. I don't even give it a second thought, to be honest with you. I just.
I mean, really,
I don't know.
somebody's programming the computer. It's all coming from. I mean, it's just a new art form. I
Yeah.
think.
It's still, sorry, I'm trying to find the right color here. That's kind of an orange that I'm looking for. I just don't want it to be too orange. Oh, what the heck? Why am I worried about it?
I think if you're afraid of a new art form or you don't like it, I would just,
Yeah, I mean,
it's just the way the world
people
is.
were afraid that painters were going to be replaced when photography came out. And I just think it's just a different thing altogether.
And then, digital and traditional, and they coincide, they coexist now.
I could be completely wrong. Who knows? It might put certain people out of work. I don't know.
I think AI art seems fascinating.
It really is, because it looks like something, but it's not a lot of times. It's interesting.
How many languages do you know, Aaron?
2, English and the language of love.
And Pig Latin.
I'm a typical American. I only know one language. Unfortunately.
America.
It's one of my greatest regrets, actually. And I know it's not too late to learn.
Yo hablo español un poquito.
Yeah, Vedanta knows a little bit of Spanish. I know enough to say hello and order food, because we travel so much in a few different languages. But beyond that, I don't really know.
¿Dónde
anything.
está la zapatería? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Come on. I don't like that one color. You know that one?
Have you ever been to South America?
I've been to Argentina, I've been to Brazil, I've been to Colombia, and I've been to Chile.
And Mexico. Oh,
Yep,
that's North America.
That's North America.
There.
So the answer is yes, and it's several times on those. Ooh, maybe that's the color I'm looking for.
Oh.
Is this the color?
What are we oohing about?
I think I found the color I was looking for.
Out of all the countries
I
you've
think I
been,
found the droids I was looking for.
these are not the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
There you go. You got it. You got the old school. Old Ben. Old Ben?
Love that.
Old Ben who lives up in the trash hill?
Come here, my little friend. Don't be afraid.
Sorry.
It cracks me up.
Old Ben Kenobi? Right.
So it's getting a little broken up here with the color, so I want to be careful. I got to be really careful with it right now. I'm going to jump to a darker. I'm going to jump to the dark. I'm going to go to the spots here pretty soon, and that will ease up the amount that it's broken up. Got to be careful about how much I break this up right now.
Emilio Gonzalez asked a question. Where can I get your digital brushes, sir?
At creatureartteacher.com.
Is there a way to draw a human skull from life?
Yeah, get a human skull. Like this. You probably came in late.
Or a reproduction of a human skull?
All right. Oh, look at that.
And then
Ask about a human skull, and there's a human skull.
what's the, like, but how would you start to draw it? Would you just draw it from head on, from front?
No, any angle you want. I would,
Any angle?
I would start with, start with a circle and start working it out.
You always do start with the circle when you draw a head.
I do. I start with a circle with a lot of stuff.
Because is that like the cranium?
I think
Is that, like,
it's the cranium.
skull part. Yeah.
It's also kind of a crutch because I need something to kind of start building off of.
But it's also how you, in animation, how you kept your draws consistent because the size of the circle, right?
Exactly.
See, it all loops back. It all loops back.
It all comes back to animation.
How do you keep your back straight when you draw on your desk? I kind of found myself bent over the page.
I just sit up straight. Remember those? Well, you probably don't because I'm older. You get the little whack in the back from your teacher. Don't slouch. Don't lean back in your chair.
No, we never really had that in our schools. They're pretty relaxed about that.
If I was caught leaning back in my chair in my social studies class, I'm trying to remember the name of the teacher. You had to, if he caught you leaning back in your chair, you had to stand up, pick your chair up over your head, and hold it there for the rest of the class.
Oh, jeez.
That happened to me a couple of times.
No, if anything,
That was back in the day when we also got paddled.
yeah,
They paddled us at our school.
That's no bueno nowadays. No, but well, as including myself have been known to do, instead of slouching back, make sure we can slouch back, but we more get in trouble if we like lean, like if we rest our head on our arms on the desk.
Oh, yeah.
Like at that point, then they're like,
Yeah, he's
sit back
sleeping.
up. But
That's why I love that little video you posted of the little Asian boys sitting there and the one's falling asleep.
yeah.
And he grabs his little buddy's head and puts it on his shoulder because he's going to fall out of his chair. That was the sweetest little exchange.
Yeah. But when it comes to like resting my head on my arms on a desk, I remember doing that during class once. Like I figured just go shut my eyes just for a second. It'll be all good. And next thing I know, I opened my eyes. I was drooling out of one side. And
We always did that.
Nobody in the classroom except for the teacher. And realized it was halfway through lunch. Because that period was right before lunch. And the teacher didn't even bother to wake me up. He's like, "You're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna miss lunch." Like, no. So
From YouTube, Un Poco de la Comarca says, "Love your content. Thank you for thank you for motivating us always. Greetings from Uruguay."
Wow.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We've got Puerto Rico. Hi from Puerto Rico.
Cool.
And they said there's no colleges that have animation in Puerto Rico. Is that true?
As far as I know,
Sabrina
that's true. Yeah.
Collins.
So what I'm doing is I'm using the blender right now, and I'm just going through and just kind of softening a few areas. Then I'm going to go in with I'm going to go in with the darker color here in a little bit and start defining the darks. The darks.
The Dirty.
And I'm really sorry I can't pronounce the name. I'm not studying your drawing. Oh, I'm now studying your drawing and painting costumed figure courses. Before a few hours, I was drawing Vedanta, and I was wondering
Vedanta
if
was
I
in that,
could
yes.
hear her on your stream, and she.
And what'd she say? What's that?
Oh, she says, I was wondering if I could hear her on your stream, and it is. I think it's a translation issue, but I think it means here she is.
Yes, and here she is.
There she is.
I'm not sure if that's Ukrainian writing. Yeah, I can't translate. Anyway, awesome. We appreciate all the viewers. Oh yeah, because I was in the painting costume course.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And then I was the bunny in the
Yes.
in the animation one.
Memories.
Memories. Let's see.
Slowly, 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 ever so slowly.
Slowly but surely.
All right, I'm going to go in with the darks now. I'm going to find a nice dark. I might use the, because the markers on this particular paper bleed a tiny little bit. And I want something a little crisper.
A little crisper, a little crispy, a little crisp.
Yeah.
I'm Steven Stevens, and just want to say to all the ladies, I love you. You're super special.
So I'm going in right now with a brush pen over the marker.
Sundar R says, "Hey, I bought your yearly subscription to your site, and hands down the best investment I have made for my art career. Thank you so much for what you're doing."
Oh, thank you. Thanks for saying so.
When you think of the amount of content that you offer for the price, it's insane. I still don't know how you do it.
Well, you see, it's like this.
Well, you
Right
see,
now we got the summer sale
Just
going on.
sit,
Like
right
this.
now we got the summer sale
We
going
got the
on.
summer sale.
You sit down, you got to make a course.
We got the sassy summer sale.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna, because this is nice and crisp. You can get these to be crisp on different paper. That this paper kind of it's made to bleed, and so yeah, it's bleeding a little bit. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with a dark brown marker and create the spots, and then I'm gonna go over those spots. So let's see here. What did I just do? Come on, Aaron.
really quick for popcorn
Idiot.
doggies. He did say that he uses a brush pen, a Japanese brush pen, Jelly Roll white markers, and then what type of pencils on those sketches?
I don't have any pencils.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you use pen and then
Yeah, I just
and
draw
then
in pen.
a jelly pen on those sketches. No pencil.
It's jam up and jelly tight.
But you tend to use. Do you use graphite when you sketch sometimes, or is that mostly just for animating?
Just for animating. I don't usually use pencil when I'm in my sketchbooks.
Uh,
Now that you mention it, yeah, you don't.
from Twitch, how long does it does drawing like this take usually for you?
How long?
Yeah, how long does it usually take for you?
I don't know, an hour or two, couple hours.
And you just bang it out. I mean, you focus and you just sit there and you do it from beginning to end, and you know.
Yeah, but keep in mind, I've been doing this kind of stuff for 40, 45 years.
And Mariana Garcia on Facebook has a very important question.
Okay.
We don't do the Walt Disney jokes anymore, or is that too 2019?
Oh, well,
That's so true.
Is that Martin Berger?
No, it's Mariana Garcia.
That's so
Oh, okay.
2019.
That's so.
Oh my god, that's like so.
That's like so 2021.
Now we just joke that he actually met Albert Einstein.
It's funny. He never did meet Walt, but he met Roy. People
Yeah.
forget about that.
I did know. I knew Roy. I just met him. We
You knew
each other.
him.
Yes.
You had conversations.
We had dinners together and conversations and stuff.
And he also met the true Spartacus.
What? Oh, I was like, Kirk Douglas? You met Kirk Douglas? Or was that, who was
The
the
closest
other
I
guy?
came to Kurt Douglas would probably be Tony Curtis.
Oh,
I did a promo with Tony Curtis once.
Jamie Lee Curtis's father,
Yes. Yeah, he and I did a drawing together
married to the famous Janet Leigh,
on camera.
Psycho.
Why is the Masai Mara bigger than the Serengeti?
It's not bigger than the Serengeti. The Serengeti's way bigger. The Masai Mara is just a tiny little piece. It's the northern end of the Serengeti.
Things you learn when you're down in Africa.
do.
I miss the rains down in Africa.
We actually did. Nick
I
played
miss
it
the
every day
rains.
when we were in Africa and we'd go out on safari in the morning. We get our routine was I was usually the first one to bed because I was always tired. I was always falling asleep at the dinner table. The guys would usually do like a nighttime run out in the Land Rovers. I'd go off to bed, and we had these little bats that would flit around inside our tents. We had these big tents, and this one little bat would come up under my net in the night sometimes, and he'd hang right on my net, right above my head. And it was almost every night, and I'd go, "Good night, bat," and he'd hang there, and I'd go to sleep, and then he'd flit off. And but anyway, I would get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'd get my shower because they had showers there in the tents, believe it or not. And I'd head down, and that was right about the time all the Maasai guys were coming in and starting to pull together breakfast and all that. And so I'd say good morning to everybody, and then I'd go down to the river and start drawing. And the Nick and everyone else would come down and join Dustin, and we'd all have our breakfast, and then we'd hop in the Land Rovers, and Nick, this is my long-winded way of saying, Nick would get to, he'd open up his phone and play Africa on our way out to the plains. It was,
Oh yeah.
Are you
And also, of course, all the hippos.
yeah, that was me sleeping.
Akujiji says, are you on Twitch?
Dustin, are we on Twitch?
Normally, every
Yeah.
week you're on Twitch, right?
Dustin, are we on Twitch?
Yeah, we're on Twitch.
But you don't really focus on that channel a lot except for live streams, right?
Yeah,
Like on Fridays, and then random ones like today.
right.
I guess they're
Yeah,
unaware.
We usually on Fridays, and including right now, we're streaming through Facebook, Twitch,
Twitter,
Twitter, and
YouTube.
YouTube.
And then occasionally we'll add TikTok.
Occasionally, but it's all a matter of if we have a phone.
Or we'll do random TikToks and nothing else.
Our good friend Manny, who I don't know if Manny's still on or not, but Manny was on the Africa trips with us as well. So we all would sit and draw together, and one of my favorites. I really want Vedant to go the next time. Such a magical place.
Yeah. It's just logistic. Teenage daughters, a house full of animals. Somebody's got to stay.
Just leave enough water, they'll be
They'll be fine. Just leave a trough of water and food. The girls will be fine. Oh, you meant the animals?
No, I meant the girls.
The girls. They'll be fine.
So I'm just going in with a dark brown now. You can see once you start hitting that dark, it starts to come together, right? Right?
Right.
This
just have to
man,
be
these ink, these these markers have so much ink. I just have to touch it, and it just floods.
I was gonna say you have to be
good.
so careful with the dark because once you put it there, it's done, huh?
Oh yeah, I just love it. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm putting, the spots are never just solid black. There's always a little brown, a little. So I'm
I guess we had a little crash on YouTube.
Oh, did we?
They said they had buffering.
Yeah, I think Facebook was saying something on that line too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, remember when the internet was out last night?
Yeah, the internet.
Our internet went out last night. I just
so
remembered that.
I don't know if it's
Yeah,
something.
my internet usually goes out like once a week. Where I have to reset the router.
Yeah, up in DeLand, it's horrible.
Yeah, I've got it on the computer and my phone, and it's running. It looks fine to me right now.
So you can see once you start getting the spots in, the spots really kind of pull everything together. The key for the spots is really paying attention to their shape, where they are. Because the spots vary, depending on where they are on a leopard. As you get to the body, they become rosettes.
Kiddo B on YouTube says, met you at the workshop in Graz.
Oh, yeah.
And since then, my skills have gotten so much better. Thanks for all your advice.
Oh, thank you. Who was that again?
It says Kiddo B.
I don't know who Kiddo B is, but
It's probably just a handle, but
yeah. Man, that Graz was fun. I'm glad you were there.
Naomi Rose says your animation has inspired me to possibly start animation myself.
It's a rabbit hole. Be prepared. It's awesome.
From BunnyCub95 in Twitch. Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
Any tips for an artist trying to rekindle their love for art after struggling many years with burnout and life issues?
Yeah. Do art. That's it. That's the only advice I can give you. If you want to rekindle it, do it. And if you're, do it when you do your art if you're doing it just because you think you have to, it's never going to be fun. It's never going to get better. So do it only if you feel the burning desire to do it, and then there's no issue. And you just get better as time goes on. You get better and better and better.
Do you prefer Frozen or Tangled?
Tangled.
Well, what do you think of Obi-Wan, the new series?
Shouldn't have asked me that.
I know.
Oh, boy.
I liked it. Come on, who doesn't like
I
Ewan
know.
McGregor?
I'm in the minority. I wasn't crazy about the execution of it, but
of the story, right?
Yeah,
Strictly story.
No, the actual shooting of it. as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you always look at how things are cut and paced, and
Yeah, I just didn't think it was.
well, the final
There's a lot of
fightings-
logic issues to it, and I love seeing Ewan McGregor, and if anyone can pull it off, Ewan McGregor can.
One of the final fighting
love all the
scenes, though,
cast.
like you said, it was a climax, and they kept going back and forth and back and forth and taking you out of the moment.
Yeah, the cutting. Yeah, I had an issue with the editing throughout the entire series. But once again, I'm just a grumpy old man, as everybody knows. So,
Well, everything that Star Wars puts out is infallible.
and trust me, I'm a staunch Star Wars fan. I was 9 years old when Star Wars came out. I sat in that theater, I don't know how many times, and saw that movie. Saw and waited on pins and needles for years between movies. For each sequel.
Did you ever get into Pokemon?
No, that's after my time. Dustin did.
I did. Hardcore.
Parkour.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh.
Charizard.
What? Is that one?
It's one of the 3 starting Pokemon for the first gen.
Oh, wow.
Charmander,
Aaron, look at
Bulbasaur.
your knowledge. Dropping
see
that
that?
knowledge.
I know stuff.
But you know what? I'll go with either Pikachu or Mewtwo.
Nice.
Pikachu's so obvious.
Obvious, yes. But Mewtwo though. Actually,
Pikachu or YouTube?
Mewtwo was the experimental Pokemon.
Mewtwo. I don't know Pokemon.
Me too?
Pikachu
or me too? Wow.
No. I never got into Pokemon, but I was
Aaron,
into
you're walking on thin ice, buddy.
Yeah, you're walking on thin ice. Anyone remember Darkwing Duck? Come on, I know you're out there.
Let's get dangerous.
1990s. Gargoyles was a thing.
Yes.
That's all after my
That's
time.
my jam.
DuckTales.
I still try to watch Darkwing Duck. And Aaron
have you
comes
watched the
in,
new
he's
DuckTales
like,
series?
The new.
There's
Oh no, I haven't seen the new
There's a
DuckTales.
new DuckTales series on Disney Plus.
I thought you said you didn't like it.
I loved it.
Oh.
I always liked Tailspin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just
from
like my
DuckTales.
life.
You
But
know,
yeah,
take me,
but the new
Darkwing.
DuckTales,
Oh yeah.
they basically go like it's a full on storyline, and they bring back a lot of those older shows as like Easter eggs and homages.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. It's like reliving my childhood.
Pretty
or
much, yeah.
my teenage years. Yeah. Sophia Williams said that drawing is looking beautiful.
Sophia. I remember when Sophia Loren had a fragrance out. The commercial would come on and it would go, Sophia.
And last night, I finally
Thank
watched
you.
the last James Bond movie.
Boy, how about that ending, huh?
Hey, well, don't spoil it for
I'm
anyone.
not spoiling
Oh,
it.
Okay.
I can say, how about that ending about anything?
It's No Time to Die, right? The last one?
Yeah.
No Time to Die. Yeah. Good. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I liked that whole
Hey,
series.
Dustin, stop being sick.
Aw. Stop dying,
Give me a
Dustin.
second. Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
thinking.
Dustin, stop dying. Vermi says, I missed the first hour of this stream. Did Aaron explain what makes Olo markers superior to other brands?
Yep, you missed it, pal. Sorry. No, first of all, the ability, even though all these markers are the same color, but what's cool about them is you can mix and match them. So if you have particular markers that you use a lot and you want to put them together, I can mix and match them. So I can have different colors on one marker, which is super cool. I can control if I want a chisel tip or a brush tip on each one. The barrel that holds the ink is a lot bigger, so they go a lot further.
And they are refillable?
They're not refillable, but it's because of the size of the barrel. Because they're positive. These are positive pressure. That's the other cool thing I forgot to mention earlier.
Can't you change the barrel or no?
Yes, you can get refills. The reason you can't refill them is, and this is what's so cool about it, one of the cool things is you get the same ink flow right up to the very end. And the reason for that is that the barrel that the ink is in is actually pumped with positive pressure. There's more pressure inside the barrel than in the atmosphere that we're breathing. So what that tends to do is if there's higher pressure inside, it pushes the ink out, so you have the same consistency of ink flow all the way to the end. Now they do have, you can, replace them. You have replacement cartridges.
Well, that's what I meant for refill. Like, so
Yes.
the tip stays, but you can insert a new ink cartridge.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you don't have to repurchase a whole new pen.
Yes. But it always stays the same ink flow. That's one of the things I really love about it.
So if you're out in the field, these are great because you know they're not going to run out of ink.
Yes.
You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. But they're at least going to stay consistent. Throw the slide up again, Dustin, real quick for olomarkers.com.
Olo markers.
Bye-bye.
Put the Olo in your marker.
Put the Olo in your YOLO.
Olo.
Those are
Hello,
not official
Moto.
slogans, but. Oh, low. Marker.
Oh, no.
That was a wet one.
That was Dustin sneezing for those of you that
God bless you.
That was wondering what's just happened.
I've been dealing with the cold for
Oh, that sucks. It really does.
It's
suck.
not COVID. It's not
No,
COVID.
no, no. It's just a standard seasonal
Oh, fine.
cold.
So we're getting there. So now what I want to do is I want to go in with my Bimoji brush. I'm just going to hit some details. Little bits of fur texture. The thing about the Bimoji brush is I can literally get super hair fine detail with it.
Broxel says, I would like to start digital drawing. Do you have a preference for graphic tablets, for digital tablets?
Yes, I'm a huge Wacom advocate. So that's all I use is Wacom. Ooh, boy.
But if they're just starting out, is like an iPad an option?
iPad is great. I have an iPad, and that's probably because Procreate is an awesome software app, drawing app to use in iPad.
And it's maybe a little more affordable for the beginner.
Yeah. And then
Are there any other
Krita is another. Krita is a free open source digital drawing and painting app that's awesome that I've just discovered. And I know everyone else has been using it forever, but it's all new to me, man.
So are Apple and Wacom the only two major touchscreen?
No, there's a Huon is another one.
Huon?
Yeah, it's a cheaper pen display, where you can draw on the screen.
Right.
I haven't used them, so I can't comment, whether or not they're any good. I really love Wacom.
Guy never even knew who what Wacom was until I met you. And I've worked on one, your old one, I've worked on a little bit. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. I feel like I'm drawing on paper still. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's still drawing. It's
Well, that's what
legitimate drawing.
That's what really enabled me to make the jump over into digital, because I was so scared of working digitally. This, 15, 20 years ago. I think it was 2005. So what's that? Anyway, there we go. So you can see the black is just kind of defining things a little better. So I got a Wacom Cintiq, and man, it was just like all I had to do was learn the software, because the drawing aspect of it was the same as drawing on paper.
And someone on Twitch made a comment about the Olo markers that you could draw upside down too, and in space.
Upside
Exactly.
down and in space.
It actually made me start thinking of, like, remember all the challenges thing I was thinking about
Yeah.
the other day. I was thinking, what if we did one for Olo markers where can you imagine if we actually went onto the 0G plane, the vomit comet, and tried drawing every time he did a dive?
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
mean,
there
you
was an
only have to apply for,
opportunity,
like, maybe a smiley face. Or
if there was an
something, but-
opportunity for Aaron to go to space, he'd be the first. He'd be the first one trying to do it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
just go up into orbit for a minute.
the first artist to paint a painting in space.
Maybe not paint because of the implications. The paint everywhere, but drawing something. Has anyone ever done a drawing in space?
I don't know.
Like
This one.
an actual artist? Huh. Interesting.
Actually, come to think of it, I don't think so. All that's been out there is photos and film, but that's about it. Not drawing.
I'm saying astronauts at some point, one of them has had to have drawn at least a stick figure while they're up there. And they're, you know,
Which one of the astronauts was an artist? I can't remember.
I don't know. I didn't
He
yet.
did a bunch of paintings when he came back.
Oh, okay.
Geez, which one was it? Can't remember which one it was. He was one of the Apollo astronauts.
Someone on YouTube they're desperate for you. They're desperate for you to draw a skull starting with a circle. Just an example.
All right, well, we'll do that on another pod live stream because that's not what I'm doing right now.
Barberger says Jim Jackson was on the moon.
Yes, right. He was the 11th man. Every time I talk to Jim Jackson, I tell him about that. He goes, "You're an idiot."
You're an idiot. 11th man on the moon. Is a Black Panther and a Jaguar the same thing?
Well, and a leopard too. Leopards have black phases, and jaguars have black phases. Yes, and they're the same species. They're melanistic.
They're just in different phases of their.
It's not
color.
a phase. I say
Oh.
phase. It's not a phase. It's melanistic. They're born. It's a genetic thing. Where they're
Oh, okay. So some are born with
yeah. You
darker
can.
coloring.
It's like
okay.
tigers being born white here and there.
Oh, okay. It's just variations.
It's a variation. Yeah. It's a genetic, anomaly.
So Gabrielle Weber says, "Are you streaming today because we have a holiday weekend, or are you still going to be streaming Friday?"
Oh, we're still streaming Friday. I'm actually streaming today because we are streaming Friday, and I want to make today about the Olo markers. I wanted to promote Olo markers for my good friends at olomarker.com. So they've got the pre-order is still going on. So if you go to olomarker.com, you want to put that up,
Yep.
Dustin. If you go to olomarker.com, they've got the pre-order going on, and you can save a fair amount on whatever it is that you might decide to order.
It's not a phase, Mom. I'm melanistic.
Hey, Aaron, are you using a reference, or have you simply drawn so
Oh.
many cats in your career that you've established confidence?
There's my reference right there. I am using reference today. There's my drawing. There's my reference.
From a photo that Dustin actually shot in Africa.
Oh,
Little known fact.
and Erica
Oh,
Bates says
no.
that his name is Alan Bean.
Oh, that's right. Alan Bean, thank you.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Obviously.
So a Black
Because I
Panther.
said I couldn't remember.
Can a Black Panther give birth to a Jaguar?
No, they're two different species. Actually, you know what? A black jaguar can give birth to a regular jaguar.
Okay.
Yes. I thought you were talking about leopard. Sorry.
No, because Panther and Jaguar are not. They're interchangeable. You said they're just different
Yeah.
color, different. Okay,
Well, panther is just
a generic term.
it's a generic term, like calling a seagull. A panther is usually like they'll call cougars panthers. They'll call jaguars panther. They'll call leopards panther when they're black.
We have panthers here in Florida,
Yeah, we do.
but they're beige.
Yeah, that's a
Basic.
cougar.
A cougar.
Yeah, Florida. It's Florida's version of a cougar.
Have you ever seen one in the wild? A Florida panther?
No, not a Florida panther. No. It drives me nuts too.
Oh, so it looks like there was indeed somebody that did draw in space. Boloid was taken on Twitch. Says quote the results of my googling. When cosmonaut Alexei Leonov boarded the Soviet space program's Voskhod 2 on March 18, 1965, he brought along colored pencils altered for zero gravity, with threads tied to each pencil and a rubber band to hold the pack in place on his wrist. And he sketched the first piece of art created in space,
Wow.
which was an orbital sunrise.
Somebody already did it.
You know what I want to do really bad? Nick and I have actually talked about this. So I want to get to South Africa and cage dive with great whites and draw them underwater.
You're going to figure out some waterproof device?
Yeah, you can do it with crayon. You just need to do it on like the right surface. Crayon,
Okay.
any waxy material can draw underwater.
So you want to draw great white sharks in their natural habitat
in the
in a shark
natural
cage.
habitat.
In a
Yeah.
nature, beautiful creature in
Natural
a natural habitat, glorious creature. Yeah,
I'll make sure to get a.
that sounds not fun though. I'm gonna stay here.
You can
No.
go. You just don't have to get in the water with me.
And I'll make sure to get a waterproof shell for my camera so I can take pictures of you doing it.
Are you gonna get in
Yeah.
the cage?
Yeah,
Okay.
if Dad brings me along.
Okay. We need to do waterproof live streaming. We need a live stream from under there. Is that possible?
We'll be able to do that. We can try.
It's one of our big goals.
Don't you know somebody down there though
Yeah.
that was gonna help you? Let's make this a reality.
I've got friends everywhere.
I know. The man with a million friends
A man with a million friends.
marries the girl with one friend.
Oh, stop.
We call them mountain lions here. Where's here, Gabrielle Weber? We don't. I thought all of our license plates just say Florida Panther.
They do.
Yeah, but
That's basically what
is a
the
mountain lion out west.
mountain lion and a Florida panther are basically the same species.
Just different regions.
The Florida panther is a subspecies of cougar.
Okay.
They're all cougars. But
You're a cougar.
the Latin name for Florida panther is Felis concolor corii.
Felis
what-
concolor.
Felis concolor. Felis is cat. Concolor is one color, because that's what a cougar is, and then corii is the region, which is Florida.
What type of paper are you currently working on?
I'm working on cottonwood arts. Cottonwood arts. Laminated, cold pressed sheets. Go to cottonwoodarts.com.
Yeah.
Will this video be posted later on your YouTube
Yep.
so people can see the process?
Yes, ma'am.
A couple people come in late. They're sad that they missed all the shading.
Well,
Well, you see, it's like this.
I know this was completely spur of the moment. But
We'll be keeping the recording of it on YouTube.
yeah, it's on YouTube forever.
Forever.
Forever. Isn't that Sandlot?
Yes, it is.
Forever.
Forever.
Well, I missed that reference.
The Sandlot with James Earl Jones is in that. Believe it or not.
Me, Smalls.
That's the only reference I know from that movie. That kid, that kid is on TikTok all the time.
With the glasses?
The weird looking round kid.
What?
You're killing me,
Oh,
Smalls.
no, but the kid,
Yeah.
the kid with glasses also is now on, I think, TikTok, and he looks the same but like buff, and with like a really hot wife. Like he looks, he like still has the glasses, but so are you gonna do a wolf next? Ha 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 ha. Says Sluggy Zap.
I could. I might.
Do you prefer working on digital or paper?
I love them both. I like paper, obviously for the reason that, I've got something tangible I can hold at the end. But I love the spontaneity and the possibilities and all the stuff you can do with digital as well.
Same.
Secret Nightmare from Twitch says, I love this drawing. I'm still seeing a lion, though. What are the differences between a lion and a cheetah face shape?
This is not a
This
cheetah.
isn't a cheetah. This is a leopard.
Leopard.
Yeah,
The
there's a
cheetah
lot of
has
big
those-
differences.
Yeah.
A leopard is bigger than a cheetah.
And the cheetah has the black lines down the front of the face, right?
Exactly.
That are
the long
striking. Yeah.
teardrops.
And also, doesn't a lion, in comparison to a leopard, have a more distinct forehead?
Yes, a much longer face. They're they're giant. They're way bigger, so they
all
kind
the
of
big cats are
they have
similar.
giant
but,
features.
Yeah, very different. It's like the different types of bear. Like you
Yeah.
did the bear course. I was stunned to see how many actual different shapes of head just in bears.
Yeah. There's 8 species of bear.
And cat, it's how many species of cats?
Oh, geez, there's a
I
lot.
mean, too many.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like I'm saying, like big cats though, lots.
Yeah, there's a fair number.
What part of Colombia did you visit when you went down there?
Bogota.
Bogota.
Yep. I ate I had giant fried ants. Street food while I was there.
The big black ants.
You eat them like popcorn. They were really, really good.
Mm.
Had crickets and grasshoppers on our guacamole. And I had
You said weren't there like
grubs.
a big bowl of grubs?
Ate a big bowl of grubs.
Were all the bugs yummy?
Yeah, they were actually. Very nutty.
I mean, it's a very common cuisine, though, isn't it?
It is. If we could just get over our basically we eat shellfish, we eat crabs and all that, and those are basically the bugs of the ocean. But for some reason, people get squeamish about insects.
If you worked on the 1967 Jungle Book version, what character would you have wanted to animate?
Baloo. No, not Baloo. Bagheera.
The panther?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bagheera.
Or Shere Khan.
I like Baloo. He's
Whoa.
so funny. I want to. Oh, no, that's the monkey. Who's the monkey?
The
The orangutan?
Yeah.
That's Louis.
Louis.
King Louis.
He's
King
the funny
Louis.
one.
Will they do? I want to be like you.
I want to look like
you. Talk like you do.
Ronnie's got a great version of
Yeah.
that on guitar. He plays it.
Manny says, come visit soon so we can head into the wilderness.
Yeah, by Columbia. Who said that?
No, Manny said
Manny.
that.
Oh, Manny. Hey, yes, Manny. If you guys don't know Manny Carrasco, you got to look him up on Facebook and other social media. Manny Carrasco, man, the guy's a brilliant animal artist, and my brother. He's
A
my
bird-
brother. He's my brother Bear.
He's a falconer.
Yeah, he's insane. Just awesome. Check out his walkabouts.
Multi-talented,
Yeah,
multifaceted.
Man, I definitely want to get back out there at some point. I heard that they're starting to reopen certain areas of Yellowstone after,
Yeah,
Flood-
but we
the
can't
flooding?
go in
Oh.
through the north though.
not through the north.
No, that road's going to be messed up for years.
Oh, that flooding looked insane.
Yeah, the way we used to go in, we can't do it anymore. I have a feeling we're going to have to start going. I think we should start staying in Jackson. Manny, if you're listening, tell me if I'm wrong. We should start staying in Jackson. That way we'll have Tetons to go to, the Tetons, and then we can just make our way up to Yellowstone.
The other way,
Yeah.
where it didn't get washed
I
out.
guess we could stay at Westgate. Because the Westgate of Yellowstone is still open. Is Manny on still?
I believe so.
Awesome. Yeah, you haven't been out there in a little while. Well, you guys went last year, didn't you?
Yeah.
You and Dustin went to Yellowstone?
And Nick.
And Nick.
And Peter and Manny.
And then you went to Africa.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you guys had 2 trips.
Manny just replied, said, yes, Jackson.
Yeah. Awesome.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Well, this is
Welcome
coming
to
out
Jackson.
nice.
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
You should see Manny's keeping this, and I want him to publish it. Manny is keeping this amazing sketchbook where he's putting just cats in it, big cats, and everyone is a beautiful. It's a big. The book is like really big, and it's beautiful kind of rag paper, and he's doing each one of them is this beautiful rendering. It's insane. It's so good. I want him to publish it so bad.
Oh yeah, and sell it as a sketchbook as is.
Yeah, as is. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome.
the world needs to see it, Manny.
Manny says, I want to take you into the Utah desert. Let's go soon.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy knows where all the petroglyphs are and all that cool stuff.
Can you draw with your right hand?
Nope.
But
I'm terrible.
I thought I was your right hand.
You're my right-hand man, baby.
You my right hand. Are you friends with James Baxter?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yes, he is.
Aspie Tiger Animation says, I wish I could draw like you, Aaron.
No, you don't. I wish you could draw like you and just keep doing what you're doing.
You're on your own art journey.
Yeah. You're going to get there. I haven't always been able to draw. I just draw a lot. I look back on the drawings I did even like 20 years ago and I cringe.
Yeah, draw your cat. Go outside, look at some birds, draw the birds.
Yeah.
You know, draw what you have available.
Erica Bay says, I want to go see the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Same. I would love to get some shots of Mustangs.
Greg Beecham has got some great shots of the Mustangs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's such an amazing artist.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys don't know Greg Beecham, look him up. Look him up on Instagram, the Facebook.
He does giant oil paintings.
Yeah, he's been on our last 2 Africa trips. We all went together. And the paintings he did when we got back are just gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous of the shot they got the leopard taking down
I know, the Impala.
the what?
The Impala.
Yeah, the Impala, that's it. Man, that was a hell of a shot.
He did a painting of it, too.
Yeah.
Is there background or layout for animation class still coming to your website?
Yes. Matter of fact, we are in talks about it right now.
Do you know who's going to be teaching it or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, I know who we're talking to. We just haven't confirmed it
Yeah.
yet.
Nothing can be released just yet.
Oh, Manny says that he's about an hour from the wild horses.
Oh, wow.
Wild, wild horses. couldn't drag me away.
Ooh, we should do a student trip one day out in Utah with Manny. Like a whole student, like a whole class.
Oh yeah, we
do-
want to. We want to do a whole camping thing.
Yeah, do a walkabout.
Yeah, with Expedition Art, and have students out there. Well, I think there's a storm coming out. If you keep seeing the light change, can you see the light changing?
Yeah, the light's changing. It does look cloudy.
The lighting is still good though. Which I think the lighting's still.
Gotta love these markers, man. Olo markers.
Reynola Dominguez says, if Utah happens, I'm there.
All right.
Awesome. Me too. That would be fun. Aspie Tiger Animation says, hey, Aaron, curious question. Do you have any friends with autism? I have autism myself.
Yes.
You're not gonna be the one that does the background course, obviously.
No.
Right? No.
I do backgrounds, and I'll be doing all the backgrounds for Snow Bear, but it's not my area of expertise. I'm getting someone that it's their, that's what they do.
Right, they're still doing it professionally.
Correct.
Don't forget about the 30% off sale.
The summer sale.
Summer sale over at creatureartteacher.com.
Yeah, go to do you have
Check
that
it out.
slide, Dustin?
Yep. Ton of.
If you go to creatureartteacher.com, yeah, everything is 30% off or more, actually. That's including our memberships. And I want to mention again, with our memberships, we're going to be starting along with, when you become a member, you get everything that's on the site, basically. Everything. That's including brushes, all tutorials, everything. It's all part of the membership fee. And the other thing we're going to be doing is for members only, I am going to start broadcasting my as I'm producing Snow Bear, the new animated short that we're creating. We're going to be broadcasting that, but you can't see it unless you're a member. Really excited about that. It's like you're going to be you're going into work with me every morning. That's what it's going to be like. It'll be a couple times a week, and you'll just come into work with me, and you'll see what how I approach my shots, how I prep my shots, how I animate my shots. You'll be there as I'm shooting them, testing them. You'll see every mistake I make. You see how I get out from under the mistakes. You see everything.
Yellow Jacket asks, are there any practices that you do to train your eye to notice notice color differences? Studying color theory, and I'm getting hung up.
No, it just comes from experience. It really does. It's like anything else. It's not. There's nothing that I really practice other than the act of doing it. Right. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. Those are my exercises.
And sometimes it's fun just to pick a color, use your instinct, and do it and see what happens, and then you know for the next time how that's going to work.
Yep. And a lot of times I'm thinking in terms of slightly, color hue, which is the color, the chroma. But a lot of times most of the time I'm thinking in terms of color temperature. Warm and cool. And so much of what I do, it's not about the pure hue, the chroma. It's about, the level of gray. So much of what we do are grays, and it's warm grays, cool grays. It's actually rare that we see really, pure color in an image. And when you do, it's there to draw attention.
Thank you. That's awesome. Good explanation. Bill R says, "Hey, Aaron, congratulations on the wedding. Hope you have a lovely wedding and happy marriage."
Thank you. That's for Vedanta too. You just read it.
I
Yep.
know. That's why I read it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's only a few weeks away.
It's a few weeks away. Yeah, we're excited.
And to Castro, the artist you're thinking of is, or you're looking for, is Paul McCartney, who sang "Live and Let Die" at the
Live and let
beginning of the end of
die.
James Bond movie in 1973. And in fact, we went to see Paul McCartney in concert a few weeks ago, and he sang that song, and boy, was that that was probably my favorite part of the show.
That's when all the
fireworks went off.
fireworks went up.
Yeah.
Live and let die. Boom, doo, doo.
Fireworks
it was
and
crazy.
flames and just
It was so
everything
cool.
just going chaotic. The crowd went nuts.
You see, in London, he just performed in London, and Dave Grohl came out and performed with him.
Who?
Dave Grohl.
Oh, really? Dave Grohl did?
Yeah, it was his first appearance.
I was
since-
gonna say.
Yeah.
Aw. Julia Sparopoulos says, I have had the full membership for 2 years now, and I'm learning so much. I can't wait to watch you animate Snow Bear. Thank you so much for sharing your work with us.
You are welcome. That's the whole idea. I want us, I'm so annoyed with how expensive college level art education has become, or college art education. I can't even in good conscience really recommend college anymore. There's lots of great things about going to college, but to me, none of it outweighs the cost prohibitiveness of it. I still say, if it's something you want to do, then go for it. But we really are trying to, especially in the direction that we're going with a lot of our tutorials now and our courses, we want to be, I want you to be able to get the same type of education or the same content of education that you can get at schools. I want you to be able to get it on our site. So that's what we're striving for.
How many leopards have you drawn?
7.
At least.
7.
Mikael says from YouTube, when I animate a movement, I can't do it from animation. I always rely on video reference, or I move my body in a certain way to help me imagine. I'm curious how you do it.
Exactly that. I move my body in a certain way to imagine it, or I'll make faces. I try to feel the expression that I'm drawing. It's okay to do it that way. That's how you learn. I shot lots of reference. In the stuff I did in Beauty and the Beast, I even with Beast, I shot reference. So I shot, it's okay to do that. That's how you learn, for sure.
Aspie Tiger Animation, hey Aaron, would you consider doing a flip-a-clip live stream to show us how good the app is? It doesn't have many brushes, but it's up to you.
Flip a clip.
Yeah, it's an app on your phone app.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
animation. I used to use it just to kind of doodle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like fun, actually.
Yeah, it's like a super simple app for beginners, and
So here's another cool thing. Notice how I'm using the marker. I'm going right over the emoji pen that I just laid down. It doesn't bleed.
It doesn't bleed.
it doesn't bleed.
If it bleeds, it can die. No, if it bleeds,
You can kill it.
Kill it.
Come
Kill it.
on.
That's it. I got it. I realized it was wrong.
If it
Right after I
bleeds,
said it, I knew I was
But-
going to get crucified.
but you didn't even do it in his voice. It's Arnold. If it
I know,
bleeds,
I-
you can kill it. I mean, Dustin does a good one. Predator, 1980. I don't know.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
We can kill it.
Yeah, don't screw up a movie line in this house.
I'm sorry. Film Fanatic 101. All right, we still have quite a few.
1987.
1987.
Yeah.
We still have quite a few people watching on YouTube.
I'm going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. Where's that cool?
April Sullivan said, just signed up on your creature art teacher. I'm ashamed I didn't know about this.
Don't be ashamed. Now you're there.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Tell all your friends. Yep. It's some amazing values on the site. And isn't there going to be an art auction coming up?
We have an art auction coming up Thursday.
That's tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, it is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. So what are some types of traditional artwork that you'll be auctioning off?
I've got a bunch of drawings. Actually, I'm actually going to be animating and animating. I'm going to be auctioning animation as well. A lot of the animation demos that I've done over the last couple of years, those drawings have just been sitting in drawers. So I thought, you know what? Let's offer them up.
As a set of drawings?
Yeah. I'm not breaking up the drawings. So if whoever buys them is actually buying the entire set, so you can actually flip the animation when you get it. That's the goal. I want you to actually have my animation.
Wow, that sounds awesome. And the auction will be going on for a couple days, is that correct?
Yes, it's going to go until Sunday.
Sunday.
Right.
Sunday.
Awesome.
Just day before the 4th of
Well,
July.
I think you also have pen and ink drawings, watercolors, besides animation as well. Do you have
Yes.
any charcoal or no? Not this time.
No charcoal this time. No charcoal for you.
No charcoal for you.
Actually, if you go out,
I know
I've
where.
got on top of the flat files.
Yeah.
I've got some out there.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how many people are going to call in sick on Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
4th of July being on Monday and all.
yeah.
Because usually when it comes to work, you only get the actual holiday off. You never get the day after off too.
Right. So let's see here. Just real quick. Thank you, baby. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. This is all bits of animation, little demos that I've done in the past. And you're going to get the thumbnails too. These are thumbnails that I did for this little demo. And, it's things like this that I'll be... Got a whole bunch of drawings in this one. So these are all going up for auction. I've got that. It's all, Nick is actually putting everything together, and you're going to get to see all the GIFs. He's putting up together, little GIFs to go. This is a head turn that I did as a demo. There's a character coming into frame. This is actually rendered bears. I actually rendered them. This bear attack.
And
There's only a few drawings in this one, but these are kind of cool. You can see them coming forward. Rawr.
And where is the auction going to take place?
On Creature,
It's on our website, Creature Art Teacher.
starting tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, these are all going to be up for auction, along with individual drawings and images too. But I just thought for the first time it might be fun to offer up, animation. Here's a big one. This is one where I was showing squash and stretch. There's only 3 drawings in this one. I just wanted to show the normal, the squash, and the stretch. But you can flip them and see how I think about squash and stretch. So those are going to be going up. I've got that. Here's one in profile. Same thing. This one I'm really excited about. This one is actually 13 drawings, and you guys may have seen me. I've done this on social media, but this is a cougar, and it's walking towards camera, but I rendered all the drawings. This all goes together. This one's pretty cool.
Those should be individually framed, in my opinion. If somebody gets them.
But that goes. This is This is a
Yeah.
big one.
That's a lot of drawings.
And all these are going to have a starting bid of 1,000 each.
No.
Well, this one's actually, this is a demo that I did on YouTube, and it's Pogo, our three-legged dog that we designed. This is the background for it. It's actually upside down. That's the background for it, and I did a whole bunch of animation of him kind of running in. I don't know if you can see it if I flip it. Maybe if I do it this way, you might be able to see it. So it's him running in. It's hard because it's a straight down shooter. So that's animation of him running into the background. I've got lots and lots of stuff here. More stuff than I can show you right now. But I think we have just under 40 individual items that we're gonna be auctioning.
And so the auction will
Here's some
most
more
likely
here.
start tomorrow and go
More
through
lion
Sunday.
stuff. Here's some Nala. I animated Nala in the Lion King, and this is another one where I was just showing squash and stretch. It's only 3 drawings, but it shows how I squash and here you can see the animation. Those are going as a set.
What does render mean?
Render? What, make it finished, make a finished drawing.
Like a shaded in and everything.
Yeah, shaded.
Yeah, it was a question.
Yeah. Can I give these back to you, sweetie?
Yes, of course.
Like, you want to come around that way? No one can see you. Oh,
Sorry, I'm not presentable. Presentatable.
do I have the right color? See, I put my color down again. Which one is it?
Gosh, darn it.
Dag nabbit.
God damn, Bobby. Stop messing with the propane tank.
Bobby?
Bobby?
Bobby.
Dang, propane.
Damn it, Bobby.
Stop messing with my propane tank.
Are there any other animators like you that you've worked with that have YouTube channels that are giving advice that you know of?
Who's got YouTube channels that I've worked with that are good? I don't know off the top of my head. Who's doing that? Well, there's the Pencilish, the Bancroft brothers. Tom Bancroft with Pencilish. He's doing it.
Oh,
Who else?
engineer.
So I'm just putting some finishing touches on here. Pretty much almost there. Almost done. I'm going to leave the background just the way it is. Just going to leave it white.
White.
White. Keep it simple. As we always say in the business, keep it simple, stupid.
Or keep it stupid simple? Keep it
No, my
simple,
teacher always
stupid.
said to me, keep it
Keep
simple,
it simple, stupid.
Stupid.
That's not nice.
Hey, it was a different time.
It was a different time. My art teacher in high school, Miss Glasser, always said, "Quit trying to milk a dead horse." And that's when I knew I needed to start over.
That's funny. There. Just hitting a few final little bits,
A few more things.
a few more things, adding a little fur texture.
Question is there going to be one more thing?
Not really, I don't think so. There always, well, probably. There always is.
There's always one more thing.
Always one more thing.
Aaron, can you say the famous line, everything the light touches, just like Mufasa?
Nope. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. I can't do it in his voice.
I mean, James Earl Jones.
James
Come
Earl
on.
Jones.
You can do Casey Kasem, but James Earl Jones? I don't know. And
No.
Casey Kasem.
Even I can't do James Earl Jones. Everything the light touches.
Even he can't do James Earl Jones anymore, okay?
Yeah, right.
Didn't they use his old voice and use AI to do
I don't know.
the vocals on the
How
new?
did they do that?
That's what I heard. I heard that they didn't record any new vocals from him.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. That they did the same thing that they did with
Betty just said, have a good day, everybody. Adios.
Who did?
Betty.
All right. See you later, Manny. Manuel.
Adios, amigo.
Adios, amigo.
Hey, Tim Hodge just
Tim Hodge?
late here. Have you mentioned how color fast these markers are? Do they fade in sunlight?
they do.
They do.
If you leave them out in sunlight.
Yes, they will fade
'Cause they're alcohol.
But that's every marker is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm just going through checking, looking. Oh, here's a nice one. Well, it's a little too. What's this one? Ooh, that's interesting. There's an interesting cloud formation. Let's check it out. Once again, I'm just adding some more color. I want to go in with one of these colors I drew with earlier.
So are you testing these colors on the paper over there? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Before you use them? Okay.
Yes.
I like the choice of lavender. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
And that for the cool?
In the cool,
Lavender
in the
is
shadow.
lavish.
Yeah, in the shadow areas.
Yes. Why,
Very-
thank you.
Very nice.
I'm looking for a kind of an ochre that I can, because I feel like this is all a little too light right now. I want to, trying to find the right thing. What's this one?
Aaron,
Yeah,
I
that's
wanted to
dark.
draw lines from life, but sadly, there's none outside that I can find for free.
You want to draw what?
Lions, and there's none outside, and my city doesn't have a zoo. Is drawing lines from videos okay?
Yeah. Drawing lions from video is awesome.
Yeah, if you can't draw from life, use reference. The second best. And just to reconfirm, Sluggy Zap says we are doing a Friday live stream still, right?
Yes.
Is it still 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Eastern Standard? 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
Yep.
and maybe TikTok.
There we go. Just putting a little extra ochre in here, pulling some of this color together a little bit more.
I never knew markers could make such realistic looking fur.
Yeah. It works well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks great.
Will you be at Dragon Con this year?
Where's Dragon Con? Do you know, Dustin?
Virginia.
I
Where is Dragon Con? What is it? Too?
It's a
Animation festival? Or convention?
Man, I've gotten so many markers down here now.
You don't know which ones.
Yeah. Shoot. Idiot.
Dummy.
Yeah, largest multi-genre and pop culture convention.
Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Is that what
Atlanta.
somebody just says.
We probably won't be there, but that sounds interesting.
Sounds interesting, maybe for future. It's pop culture, though. Is that what you said?
Yeah, multi-genre pop.
Multi-genre pop culture. Okay. Hey, actually, animation fits into pop culture.
It could be anything from sci-fi to animation to anime.
Yeah,
to
that might be
fantasy.
a cool one to check out sometime, even as a spectator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like so crazy. Oh.
All right. All right. I think I'm reaching my limit. I'm hitting my limit.
I've had it up to here now.
I think that's a great demo. There's lots of awesome.
There's one more thing.
Just one more thing.
I said that just for Dustin. I want to go a little darker on these grays.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Is there any chance you'd come to New York Comic Con one year?
Yes, we want to. We actually, yeah. It's so funny. We live, we live in the east of the United States, the eastern part of the United States here in Florida, and we do hardly anything in the east.
Yeah, all the conventions are usually in California.
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't done any like workshops or anything up north, and so we definitely want to start doing that.
Oh, Erica Bay says Tom Bancroft has been to Dragon Con before, and so have I.
Awesome.
Is it good, Erica?
Knighted Feline says Dragon Con is mostly a cosplay convention,
Okay.
but they've had comic artists like George Perez, Colleen Doran.
Is it something we should do?
It might be worth just to
I don't know anything about it.
to go and check it out just as a, not as a presenter or
As a
yeah,
spectator?
as a spectator,
As a spectator.
not with a booth or anything, just to see what it's like.
There. I think we're there. One last thing to do.
Sign?
One last thing.
Does he sign?
Is he Signy?
There it is. I signed it.
Nice. No more one more things?
No more one more things.
No more one more thing.
No more one thing. You go home now.
So that's our demo for Olo markers. So pull that up one more time, Dustin, for people to
Yeet.
see. Olo markers. Oh, you know what? I did. It's one more thing.
One more thing.
One more
thing.
What
Oh
did,
no.
What did I forget?
What did you forget? Whiskers.
Whiskers. Thank you very much.
You gotta get your jelly roll out for that?
I got my jelly roll.
Jelly roll fix everything.
Arnberger says, "Have you saved? Have you saved your work?"
Don't forget to click save.
Remember, it's Command S. Control S. Everybody said yes. Lots of comic book artists and TV/movie personalities. You should totally do it, even though it's not animation specific.
All right. We'll do it. If it's a bust, we're coming after you and Frankie.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we found also cosplay one of the conventions. Haven't done that in forever.
Nerd.
Nerds. Get them.
Get him.
I said no.
I hate nerds. Mm. So how would you do the whiskers on the other side? Or you just omit them because it's white on white?
Yeah, I'm just omitting them.
Just imagine they're there.
I might do it as just a slight gray, but I don't
The
think
right-
the markers
yeah, too
bleed.
thick.
I can't get as sharp of a line
Yeah.
with these because they bleed a little bit with this
You'd
paper.
almost have to use like a pencil or something.
Yeah, actually, I could do it with a pencil. I might even do it with a. I'll just do it
With a ballpoint pen or something. One more thing.
I'm going super, super, super like hairline.
Thanks to my favorite trailblazers.
This is literally one hair making these lines. I don't even know if you can see them.
Oh yeah, you can see them. They look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Little addition. Yeah. So whiskery.
Erica asks, do you have post-cut markers in white?
No, I do not.
Erica always has all the stuff.
I know.
She has all the cool stuff. What kind of pen is that? That is really cool brush pen.
This is a Bimoji, Bimo. You know, we should have a link to that.
Yeah,
Unless-
Bimoji
maybe
brush
Nick,
pen.
Maybe Nick has already done it, but it's a Bimoji brush pen.
Are they? Is that Japanese or Chinese or?
It's Japanese, I
Japanese.
believe. Is it Japanese? I think it's Japanese. But I buy them by the bagful.
Right, big old bag full.
Yes, because I go through them. All right.
Aaron, you are
All right.
so awesome. What a great teacher you are. Thank you.
Thank you. So there you go. There's our leopard done in Olo. Hello, Moto.
Officially.
Markers. All of these right here. You can see my box of Olos plus all the markers I used today. They're gonna go in here.
All on olomarker.com.
But that was a lot of fun. And this image will be available at our auction starting tomorrow.
Oh, low.
And the auction will run for until Sunday. And you know, some of the pieces we have are big. And I just want to let you know they have minimum bids on them. They have reserves. But you
Which
know,
that's not the same as a starting bid though, right?
no, it's not the same.
Okay.
So this is another one that will be available. This is one I did a while back of a lioness, and then here's our leopard today. Yeah, that's the two of them there. So there we go.
Beautiful.
Does it go out of
beautiful.
focus? That's out of focus, right?
Slightly.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to hold it up a little closer, but anyway, this is what you can do with Olo markers. I love them. Go to olomarker.com and check it out. olomarker.com. Really, really, really great experience using them. And, you know, experiment with the different surfaces. Like I said, I use them on a watercolor surface today. And watercolor is meant to bleed a little bit, so they bled a little, but there's, you know, depending on the surface that you use them on, you can get them to, you know, probably be more fine as well.
Isn't there a blender marker as well?
Yes, and I used the blender marker
Oh,
today.
cool.
This is the blender marker right
The
here.
the white one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I use that to soften up some of the areas in here.
Great.
So, matter of fact, I'll show you. Right in, let me do one more thing.
One more thing.
One more thing.
So you can see right along here, I can soften, even after the fact, which traditionally you can't really get your markers to blend and soften.
Once they're dried.
Yeah, after they're dried. But here, it softens really nicely.
Oh, it just kind of blends them. Oh, that's great.
See that?
Wow.
It just
It does.
it just blends them together. It makes it look like a watercolor.
Que interesante.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Bingo bongo.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed today, and we will be back again on Friday. So in just a few days, and just 2 days, right? Shoot,
Yep.
just in 2
In the
days.
meantime,
Yeah.
don't forget about the summer sale that's currently going on.
Don't forget about the summer sale. We got that going on over at creatureartteacher.com. And remember, too, if you want to become a member of our site, we're adding a lot more value to our membership. So not only are you going to be getting all of our content, educational content, all of our digital brushes, which are good in Photoshop, Procreate, Clip Studio, a lot of different areas. We're also going to be starting a stream where when I'm working on Snow Bear, our new animated short coming up, you guys will be able to join me at work while I'm animating, and you can see how we're doing it. So, but that's only available to members. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com and check it out. And also, today I was promoting Olo markers. Go to olomarker.com. It's I love them. You can see that, you know, you can get some really cool results. Experiment with them. Try getting some. Hey, you know, try them out, see what you get. I had a ball. I really had a great time. So go on out there, you guys, and have a great couple of days. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and put some beauty back into the world, because that's what we do as artists. Change somebody's life, make it better. And I will talk to you on Friday. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.